Morning, everyone. My name's Abby. I'm a first year on campus, and I'm going to be doing today's takeover. So, just a little bit about me. I am a double major in international relations and communications with a minor in law and politics. I am president of my hall government. I am the public relations chair for the club I'm in, Political Science and International Relations Association. And I'm a big nap enthusiast. So you guys are going to be coming with me on my day today, which is really exciting because it's my busy day. So you guys get to see all about life on campus. And yeah, I'm just on my way to get breakfast, which means I'm about to bundle up because it is a very nice 7 degrees this morning. So yeah. Hello, once again. So I'm done with all my classes for today, so I figured I'd sit and talk for a little bit. So I'm just going to quickly discuss about how I found New Paltz and how it's living up to my expectations because, I'm still a first year on campus. So I found New Paltz through that website, I think it's called Niche, to research colleges, and I only found it because it was one of the similar to ones in other colleges I was looking at. So I was like, I like the way New Paltz sounds. I'm gonna go check it out. So I just did my research, got interested, and I was like, okay, let's go take a tour. Obviously, I want to know where it is, which was a 5-hour drive from where I live. So I was really hoping it would be good, so I did not just spend 5 hours of my time for nothing. So we get here, and of course we're still in the midst of the pandemic. So during it cut me off, my bad. I was really worried that I wasn't going to get the right experience that I wanted through this tour because I was nervous. I'm not going to see what anything looks like. I only seen the outside of the buildings. I was really nervous. But my tour guide, his name's Jaden. He's an RA in Lenape. Everyone go say hi to him. He was really great at making it feel open and like a home and exactly the kind of community that I wanted to go to college. So, applied, got in, here we are, now living on campus. And honestly, it lived up to everything that I was hoping for, which I was hoping for it to be amazing because I had no real opinion. It's gonna cut me off again, so I'm gonna stop now. Honestly, the one thing that was really important to me about choosing a college was the ability to be able to get involved with the campus more, because I'm the type of person where if I don't get involved fast, I'm simply not going to get involved because I'm an introvert. So once we were here for orientation and then for welcome week, the college did so many things that had back-to-back activities involved, and I really appreciated that because then I went and I haven't stopped since, and that was really great for me. For example, they had a huge club fair. They have one every semester where I thought it was going to cut me off, where all the clubs are gathered into our multi-purpose room in the sub, and you just get to learn more about the clubs. I'll talk about the club I'm in the next slide. So the club that I'm in is the Political Science and International Relations Association. We just meet, we talk about politics in America, in the world. We have a great time. And I was lucky enough to be elected to the e-board of that club, which gives me a really great opportunity to know all these new people that I might not have known if it wasn't for this club. I don't have classes with some of them. I'm not in their grades. I would have no way of knowing them. And now I'm good friends with them. And so I just really love how New Paltz has this amazing way of inspiring us to actually be a community rather than these kids who just show up, go to class, and then leave. I'm really grateful for it. All right, so I'm now going to leave it up to you guys to decide what you want me to talk about. So I'll put a little question box here. You guys can tell me if you want to know more about something. Probably not if you want to know less about something, because then I'll talk about it anyways. So I'll do some homework, and then I'll come back and answer your guys' questions. Hello. So we got a few questions, and so I'm going to answer your guys' questions. I saw a few times that people are asking about freshman dorming. There is no one specific building for the freshmen to live in, but there are living learning communities you can partake in that would put you all into one area such as the Honors first year, which houses in Lenape Hall, which is where I am, the Rivera House, which houses in Ridgeview, and Sustainability that houses in Esopus. So there is not one specific freshman dorm, but there are opportunities for you to go into a community with like-minded people. Someone asked for a dorm tour, so I'll also do that. I currently live in a suite in Lenape Hall, so I'll show you guys around there. Common room, so there are a bunch of dressers, a mini fridge, a random sink. I don't know what it's for, but that's none of my business. And then we have our bathroom. We have our own little area, our own shower. And then in this room, it's only me for right now. Maybe I'll get a roommate, maybe I won't. And then in here is where my other two roommates live, and is what the dorms look like here. So then I got a few questions about how it is living on campus, and also how it is living in the dorms alone, or not alone, but just how it is living in the dorms. So for residents of Lenape at least, it is a 10 to 15 minute walk. If you're going slow, it's 15 minutes to classes. But honestly, I don't mind it that much because that means I get to like breathe the air, listen to music. I have a great time. You do have to do laundry a lot more than I expected, which always confuses me. I don't know how I wear so much clothes, but apparently I do. And living with roommates, honestly, I'm sitting here with them now in case you were wondering. Living with roommates is honestly really great because whenever you get bored, there is someone right in the next room for me to go bother, and you shouldn't have any problems with your roommates as long as you are open and you communicate with them. Our next question was about scholarships and what the school offers. The school does sometimes offer a limited number of merit-based scholarships, but after a student is accepted, they're allowed to apply for more within the school. There are also a bunch of scholarships online that you can apply for, so you should always apply for those because the more you apply for, you just might get them all. So there's you should use all those opportunities that you can. And through the school, there's a foundations office that offers it for the actual students once you've been accepted. So there are a lot of options regarding scholarships. So one of the most famous questions that any college will get is asking about the food. So I'll be honest, food's pretty good here. There are a lot of options to choose from, which helps me, who's a picky eater. So no matter what, any time that I might be like, the dining hall doesn't have the food that I want, there will always be another option for me. We have a bunch of little restaurants around campus, like World of Wings, Sub Connection, Pomodoro's. We also have little grocery stores like The Roost, Nestor's, and we have little a snack shack right by the sub, which has a lot of stuff. So no matter what, there's always going to be food that you can eat, and it's always pretty good. Everyone, so I am in my Hall Gov meeting right now. As I mentioned, I am the president of Lenape Hall Gov. So everyone's just finished up our first super. Brooke was waving at the camera as it was not pointing at her. We just finished up our first Super Bowl program, which went really well, and we just planned our next program, which for all you Lenapians, keep an eye out for the poster that's going to be going up. It might have something to do with Bruno. That too. So keep an eye out for that, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. So it was a little bit chaotic in the actual Hall Gov meeting. So I'll explain what Hall Gov is here now that it's not so chaotic. So Hall Gov is, it's basically like your student government except for each individual dorm hall. So our Hall Gov is consisted of a president, a vice president, a treasurer, a secretary, 2 PR people, and an RHSA person. RHSA is the Residence Hall Student Association, who is like the parent to all of the hall governments. So we work with them to run programs for the hall and just to make the hall more fun for people to live in. It's gonna cut me off, so 1 second. Continuing on, RHSA holds events as well, so those are always really fun. I highly suggest going to the Dorsky Buzz in the Dorsky Museum this Friday. It's gonna be really fun. It's not the museum themed. We just had our Super Bowl program. I told you about the program we're looking to hold, but hall government is a really great way to get involved in your dorm community. It really is a great way to meet people who live with you who might not know them. It's also a great way to get a segue if you are interested in student leadership. It's an amazing thing to have in your co-curricular transcript if you want to be an RA. Plus, it's also just a lot of fun, so I highly suggest for anyone who's in college to join your hall government. So I got a few more questions, so I figured I'd answer them. One of them was about how far away the classrooms are from the dorms, and it depends on what dorm you're in. If you're like me and you're on the south side of campus, it's a solid 10-minute walk, I'd say. It's about the length of Taylor Swift's All Too Well 10-minute version, but it's honestly not that bad. Yes, it really just depends where you live. People who live in like Parker Quad, or if you live in Boughton Hall, you're really close. So it will just depend what dorm hall you live in. Another question was about what students do during breaks between semesters and just during breaks. I know there are options for people on campus to stay over breaks, but most students normally go home. You just be able to spend your time away from school as fun as you can. I went abroad over the winter break. During the spring break, I'm planning to go to Washington, D.C. with my club. And during the summer break, I'm planning to work. So it really just depends on the person, but there's always options for every single person.